Hi, I'm Brad Redding, the Director of Instruction at the Resort Course at Grand Dunes in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. On my Facebook page, Grand Dunes Golf Academy, I get a lot of questions from people about problems in their golf swing and their golf game. And I try to get to a few of them and at least respond back to them on their problems. This one came from Danny Smith, and Danny had a problem. He said that, Brad, I tend to have the club face very closed, and I tend to have a very flat golf swing. And that type of motion would tend to produce hooks, low pull hooks, the occasional block off to the right, and kind of top shots because the face is so closed and the swing is so flat. So I have to help you understand, Danny, there's two issues here. One is that if you keep the face facing where you're going in a golf swing, that'd be a difficult way to play golf. Now, a lot of people try to do it that way because they say, Brad, that kind of makes sense. The face should always kind of face where I'm going. I want to go that way. Shouldn't the face go that way? And that'd be fine if you were in an inline position. In other words, there's two types of motion in sports I see. There's one that's called inline and one called side on. Now darts, where the tip of the dart is always pointing to where I throw the dart, is always facing where I'm going. No one throws darts this way. They throw them this way, so they're in line where they're going. Pull, kind of the same thing. The tip of the pull cue is facing where I'm going. Even a rifle, the barrel's facing where I'm going, and also a bow and arrow, they're all facing where I'm going, so I'm in an inline position. But baseball, hockey, and golf are all side-on motions. The ball tends to be always over here. Even tennis is that way. The ball is usually to the side of me. So if it's to the side of me, the face would never face where I'm going the whole time. It's only going to be there at address and just before impact, okay? So on the way back, the face is actually open. Now it's facing off to the right, not facing down to the ground, off to the right. On the way down now, I can square it up and close it. On the way through, I would have it closed the way through. So golf is more like a door opening and closing, okay, versus going straight back and straight through. There is no straight back and straight through in golf. Not even in putting is a straight back and straight through. So one, we have to help you understand that concept. The face needs to open and then close. Okay, so our concept's changed. To help you do that, I need to help you understand how to use your wrist in golf. Now, Danny, if you'll go to YouTube and look up Grip 003, that'll give you a good understanding of how to use your grip to get your wrist to work correctly. And this is kind of the issue here. When people have a poor grip, their wrists tend to bend, and when they bend, the club goes inside, it's flat here, and the face is shut. To fix that, you want to watch that YouTube video, Grip 003, and that'll help you understand how to hold the club correctly, where your wrist can actually work more up and down. And what I'm doing there is taking the heel pad of my left hand, pushing down, and now my wrists are cocking up and down. Now if I did that and just turn my back and chest and shoulders, I'll be here. If I turn around and face that, that's exactly where I was at address. If I bend my wrist and it goes inside, that's not where I was at address, okay? So that's one of the areas you want to look at. That grip tip on that grip video on YouTube, Grip 003, will help you understand how to use your hands correctly. Now once you've done that, you want to kind of work on this drill. When you set up to it, you cock your wrist up in front of you, you turn, and what you want to see right here is the toes more up in the air, okay? Now once you've done that, you want to do it again when you cock it up even higher. Don't lift your arms, just cock your wrist up, and now turn. Now, not only is the face more open, but the shaft isn't so flat, not so low and inside, okay? So that'll help you get the shaft to be more upright and get the face to be more open, all right? So it's very important to watch the video on your grip and then do the simple drill. You cock it up, you turn, and then you swing through. Now, the beauty of this drill is you can hit golf balls this way. And I like drills where I can actually hit a golf ball with it. So you get a good lie, maybe even tee the ball up a little bit on a little bit of tee, okay? Set up to it, cock it up. Once you cock it up, you want to hold it there for a second and get the sensation of where your wrists are right here, okay? Once you've done that, you would now turn and swing. Now, what you might notice at first, Danny, is that the golf ball will tend to go to the right a little bit. And the reason why is because you've done some compensations to help the golf ball not go left, low and left. So what you're going to notice is the golf ball will tend to start a little bit to the right. It'll go a lot higher, okay? It'll go further. You will hit a little bit more ground now, because if your swing is really flat, it's kind of hard to find the ground. When you cock it up, now the shaft angle is a little steeper, so I can actually find the ground. I can actually use my hands and find the ground. So these are the things you're going to notice. One, like I said, higher. It may start right, but once you get used to that, your hands can actually close and the face will come back to the left. The ball will come back to the left a little bit. And like again, higher, a little starting to the right, maybe curving back to the left a little bit. You're going to find a little more ground because you've got a shaft that's steeper, and the contact will be incredibly solid because golf swings need to have the face opening and closing relative to where I'm going. Closing and opening would be a very difficult way to find the golf ball because, again, we're not in an inline position, we're in a side-on position, okay? So do that drill. Maybe even do something this way. We cock it up and just turn, and then turn back and face it, and you can see where the club face is, okay? Get used to how your wrists are working there because the problem here is most definitely in your grip. So hence watch the YouTube Grip 003, which will help your wrists work correctly, and that's the issue with the swing and also your concept. So we're kind of changing your concept, changing your grip, changing your actual shape to your golf swing, more of an open and closed position versus closed to open. If you work on that, Danny, I'm sure that will get your golf game to stay on plane.